Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blogs that I write for them. And both of those things break down songwriting, what has worked over the years for various artists and why. Um, and we look at it from a lot of different lenses, but this week we're going to be chatting about rhyme scheme. Now, I want to point out before I go any further that my friend Mark Lauterbach, who's not a songwriter but just a fabulous fan of music and all of that, asked me a while ago. He said, "Hey, when are you going to write a blog about rhyming in songs?" And I was actually shocked that I hadn't yet, but I'm happy that I'm able to do it. So we're going to talk about 4 different rhyme schemes, and I'm going to break them down as we go along rather than listing them off straight away. But the first one that we're going to look at is we're going to look at alternate rhyme, or AB rhyme scheme. In this particular rhyme scheme, every other line rhymes. The first line rhymes with the third line, those are both the A's, and then the second line rhymes with the fourth line, those are the B's. So the first example that I thought of within this rhyme scheme was actually the one that kind of got me to pay attention to it, and that is Sara by Bob Dylan. So lyrically, this is an apology song to Dylan's ex-wife, Sara. It should be noted that the verses use an AB rhyme scheme, like I talked about earlier, but the chorus uses an AABB rhyme scheme, where the first 2 lines rhyme, and then the third and fourth lines rhyme with each other. To me, this is incredibly effective for what the song is trying to say. The verses are all the memories. Dylan did not ramble in the way that he did with Like a Rolling Stone, and the tension of not knowing where he's going to rhyme the verses, at least at first, really helps us feel the sadness that he's feeling. Even though the rhymes are the point of this blog, I also have to point out one of my favorite lines in the chorus, one of the choruses, because it's different every time. Sara, Sara, Scorpio Sphinx in a calico dress. Sara, Sara, you must forgive my unworthiness. So just painting that picture is just absolutely incredible, being able to do this. Another kind of side tip that's not the main point, but something that's, potentially useful is to never be afraid to reference your other songs in future songs. Dylan does this when he mentions staying up late at the Chelsea Hotel, writing Sad-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands for you. Sad-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands is the song that closes out Blonde on Blonde, and is just a phenomenal masterpiece. Melodically, Dylan wrote this particular song in a minor key, that's E minor, to imply the sadness of the lyrics. Over the refrain, the bass line goes from G to C to D to D to C to E over the chords on the guitar of G, A minor, B minor, and then D, C, and E minor. This adds interest as the bass is prominent in the production and it carries the tonality of the song. But with the guitar, you have the A minor G and B minor D, which is a major 7th chord sound. However, a wandering type sound is still present with the minor chords on the guitar. And that's pretty prevalent throughout its parent album, Desire, with songs like Isis and Joey and other songs like that. Those particular chords and the production of them add to the lyrical emotion of that wandering and that uncertainty and sadness and all of that gets conveyed within the lyrics. So structurally, at the beginning of this blog, I mentioned how the rhyme scheme affects the rest of the song. The hopelessness of the verses really makes it sound like he's wandering around aimlessly. So the chorus could have gone in a blaming direction, asking Sara why she had to leave him. Instead, it takes the form of almost groveling. The chorus is a necessary component as it ties together just how much he blew it. And it does it in multiple ways, right? Like I said, there's the calico dress line, and there are all kinds of different lines in there that talk about however many verses there are. I think that's how many times he sings the chorus, and that's about how many times he reveals, yeah, this is how much I blew it because you're awesome. But if that apology had been overly complicated, like my previous explanation a second ago, using the same rhyme scheme as the verses, for instance, it wouldn't have worked nearly as well. So you contrast that with Idiot Wind, which uses the same rhyme scheme throughout the song, and it's just much more powerful to utilize the rhyme scheme with Sara. But I do want to point out, knowing what works for every song, the Sara rhyme scheme would not have worked for Idiot Wind. Just wanted to throw that out there. So in my next video, I'm going to shift gears a little bit, no pun intended, and talk about the song All I Wanted Was a Car by Brad Paisley. So we will dive into that, and that's going to be the AAB rhyme scheme. So I'll break that down in my next vlog. I am Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much for listening.